Hey, this is American Lonsdale fan, and this is a quick introduction to this video. Initially, I was just going to do a quick review on a gun that I got from a buddy of mine in a trade. But after playing with it a while and kind of thinking about it, decided to probably do this in sections. So long story short, good friend of mine did a gun swap, and I ended up with a Gen 2 Glock 23 in 40 caliber. Nothing major. Nothing unusual, but for me it is. I've been primarily a revolver shooter before I became a 1911 obsessive compulsive, so Glocks were relatively new to me. I'd owned them, but usually very short time frames, no more than about 6 months. The longest being a Glock 36 that I had owned before I ended up trading it. So up until that point, I had not owned or touched a Glock in a long time. I also had never owned any pistol in 40 caliber. So that's interesting in the sense that this is not only my only Glock right now, but it is the only 40 caliber pistol that I've ever owned. So I decided to basically chop this video up into different segments, make them a little shorter. It also comes at an interesting time, as you know, because I'm becoming a Glock owner, Gen 2 Glock owner, and of course now we know that Glocks are up to Gen 5, so that's one aspect. The other aspect is, of course, I'm becoming a 40 caliber Glock owner at a time when people are switching back to 9mm. So decided to break this subject up into parts, so this will be the first part. Just wanted to share this with you. Hope you like the video. Hey, this is American Lonsdale fan, and recently good friend of mine, and I made a gun trade, and this is what I got in return out of the trade. This is, of course, the Glock 23 40 caliber, obviously the more compact, mid-size, and if you notice, this is the Gen 2, so there's no finger grooves, there's no rail, but there is still that extra pin there, and a lot of the things we kind of expect in the Gen 2 is here, but it's still, like I said, a Gen 2 model. Now, this is going to sound strange. For as long as I've been a gun guy and as long as I've been an NRA member, and we're talking decades, this is the first 40 caliber gun I've ever owned. As strange as that sounds, I've shot millions of different calibers, well, not millions, but a number of different calibers. I've owned a number of different calibers, and this is the first 40 I've ever owned. I've owned Glocks before, from the 36 and the 19, and I believe it was 26. I didn't really make a whole lot of use of them, and I ended up selling them or trading them. So this is different for me. The 40 caliber is very snappy. I know, as strange as that sounds, like I said, I've been a gun guy for a long time, but I've never shot the 40. It's a little snappier. I prefer kind of either the heavy push of a 45 or the mild recoil of a 9mm. This is somewhere in between, but it's not bad. And also keep in mind, this is a very stock Glock. There's nothing special about it other than maybe the sights are not stock. And this is what I generally shoot at. Just take a paper plate. It's about just larger than palm size target, and go ahead and paste it out at about, this is a standard NRA bullseye, so it's out at 50 feet, and That's not bad. I mean, that's a man-sized target. That's a chest-sized target, and this is where I shot it. So obviously most of my shots are kind of coming a little bit to the left. I don't know what the heck happened here, but it happens. Anyway, but given the fact that this is what I'm looking at, that's not too bad, especially considering I'm not used to this caliber. So kind of satisfied with myself, and I think it's just a matter of getting used to the 40 caliber. And there's a good chance I could end up taking this gun over to Front Sight in Pahrump, Nevada to do their 4-day training courses. I've done them before. This will be the first time I've taken a Glock there, so could be the one I bring, so we'll see. And I'll definitely do a video of that one. So, what's the verdict on this gun? Well, not really, there's not one really out yet. I did notice I was shooting it really well. I love the feel of it, but about midway through my rounds, for you 40 caliber guys and gals out there know the round is snappy. And I think I was flinching a little bit. I was probably turning it just a little bit. That's my fault. So it's just a matter of getting used to it. Like I said, shot it really well in the beginning, and then noticed that my shots were kind of drifting. I'd get really good bullseyes a couple times, and then, but all of a sudden I'd get worried about my trigger. So anyway, just a matter of practice, and 40 caliber rounds are pretty easy to find, so something I'm definitely gonna take here to the range and just work on. Keep in mind, this range doesn't allow for close range. It only allows for 50 feet away. Yeah, we know that most handguns are designed for about that 7-yard to 15-yard mark, but it is what it is. I have to shoot at about 50 feet exactly, and it could be a good thing because at least I know if I can hit something at 50 feet away, I definitely can hit it at 25 feet away. So no harm, no foul. Anyway, looks for some more reviews on this, and we'll kind of see where this goes. Who knows? He just might make a Glock 40 caliber fan out of me yet. So we'll see till then. So just out here cleaning the new gun, and of course I have to say Glocks are probably the easiest automatic pistols to clean because everything, all the inner parts are so accessible. Field stripping is of course easy as pie. So anyway, we'll see how this goes. I think I'm going to spend the next couple months not only practicing but also trying different triggers. I remember, of course this was a long time ago, when I owned a 19, I actually liked the New York trigger with a lighter disconnect. So especially with the snappy 40 cal, maybe that'll work because it'll mimic what I'm used to with a double action revolver, but we'll see. And like I said, this might be a gun that I take to Front Sight, and we'll see how that goes too. So, this American Lonsdale fan, God bless you and those you love.